name is Kimberly Shannon, and tonight we're going to talk about violence in the young lives of children. Let's start with the facts. The United States is the most violent country in the industrialized world today. In 2012, 1 out of every 100 children are victims of either abuse or neglect. 75% of them are neglect due to poverty in America, while the other 25% is due to either physical or sexual abuse. 48 children are shot every single day, 7 of which lead to death. By the age of 18 years old, children have witnessed over 200,000 acts of violence on TV, 40,000 of which have been murders. These facts are startling, and it's time that we do something about it. It's time that we act. The media heavily increases the volume of violence that we see in the media today and on TV. They control it. Since the Deregulation Act was passed in 1981, there has been a huge increase in violence on kids programming as well as adult programming on TV. The more violence that a child sees, the less likely they are to show empathy towards other children and to behave more aggressively towards other children. The younger the child, the more devastating the effects for violence that eventually lead to psychiatric problems and symptoms in their lives. So what can be done? We need to advocate for public policy and action. Why is it that we wait until violence hits home or it happens to a family member, somebody that we love and we care about, before we get angry and that we do something about it? Why? Why is that? We need to act now. And you say, I'm just one person. How can I make a difference? Well, there's multiple ways. Let's talk about that. You can start a crime watch in your own neighborhood, in your own community. You could write letters to your legislature asking them to provide more funding for kids and family programming. You could write letters to the FCC to regulate children's programming and adult programming and limit the violence on TV and commercials until at least 8 p.m. when children are more likely to go to bed. You can also help early childhood programs play their important role in breaking this vicious cycle of violence. How do we do that? Provide community resources to parents. Increase the awareness of the effects of violence on children. Support the impact of parental roles. Families are so vitally important to children, and with the role of consistent parenting in their lives, that's a huge, huge part. Also, we could be sure that parents even are educated and know how to find quality childhood education. Now, if you happen to be an educator or a preschool provider, these are the things that you could do. You can hire teachers that are warm, caring, nurturing, and consistent in their lives daily. That means reduced turnover. Parental involvement has to be an important program in your child's school. So get those parents involved. Provide parenting programming for them. Your teachers have to create a sense of community in their classroom. They have to provide a safe environment that fosters self-esteem. They need to teach character development and instill those good moral values in their students. And they also need to teach conflict resolution. So many times we resort to violence instead of just using our words, and that's what we need to teach our children to do, is to use their words. We also have to teach cooperative learning, and we have to learn to respect diversity. Everybody's different. Nobody's the same as us, and we have to respect one another in all of our differences and inequalities. So in conclusion, as a nation, we need to be outraged enough to do something and to act. It's the responsibility of all adults to keep children safe. By the way, the old adage, it takes a village to raise a child, so very, very true. Each and every single one of us must commit to take individual action and to do our part. We must influence public policy by taking action, writing letters, or even perhaps joining an organization that helps to reduce violence. And our early childhood professionals, they must do their part to keep kids safe and to foster pro-social behavior. Together, we can make a difference. Thank you.